How to make quick, cheap, easy pipes for your wargaming scenery. I'm Chris from Goodness Scenery and welcome to the third part of the industrial series where I'm showing you how to make pipes, and these could not be much more simple to make. These are made from pens, run out pens. So I just said to my daughter, hey, have you got any felt tip pens that have run out? And she went through and, yeah, you don't need to pull the lid off with a pair of pliers as I tried there. But yeah, she got all these pens together, and I'm using a pair of pliers just because there's still some ink on them. It is messy, but just pull apart all of the bits, pull off the nib, and for some pens you can use a connector bit to kind of make longer bits of pipe, which is kind of useful. Sharpies are a bit different. You have to grab the end of it and kind of wiggle it. They don't make the best pipes, if I'm perfectly honest, and some pens have got these awesome little things here which could be used as tiny little gas canisters. Now I'm using my mini lathe to cut these because it is awesome, but do wear safety goggles if you've got anything like that because bits can fly off. So I'm cutting some straight, and then you can make corner pipes by cutting it off at an angle. So I did a 45-degree angle roughly, and then you can just glue that together with a hot glue gun, and you've got a corner bit. And because the pens, if you've got a kind of a same set of pens, you can join them into longer bits as well, which is kind of useful. Now the best use I think for Sharpies is broken pipes because they don't really join together. They've got this kind of annoying curvy bit at the end. So what I do is just get a whole bunch of them, put them under a tea towel or something, and then just smack them with a rolling pin in this case, but feel free to use any other blunt instrument that you like. So they will crack, and then you can pull them apart a little bit, and then you'll have these broken Sharpies. So what I like to do is actually to keep all of the little bits, those shards of broken pipe, because if you're going to have broken pipes, in reality, those broken bits of pipe are going to go somewhere, including on the floor, as I just dropped one. Once you've done that, just I do a full black undercoat on all of them, and then I've got this whole selection of pipes that I can use to make any scenery that I want to moving forwards. So I'm going to first now show you how to make a pipe stack. Now this is pretty simple. So I've taken some of these. Most of these are lids. Some of them are just bits that are the same length as lids, and I've hit it with I think that was a gunmetal color, but basically any kind of metallic color works. And here you see one of the pens which, when I undercoated it, the blue didn't get hit. That's absolutely fine. Just paint it silver anyway, because for the pipe stack, some of it's going to be getting hidden. And once the metallic paint has dry, I then hit it with some this is brazen copper from Army Painter, and that's a nice nice color to go over the top of it. Now, with all of this, it's not vital that you paint every single bit of it. So when you're painting the silver or metallic bit, it doesn't matter if you leave a bit of black. When you do the copper color, it doesn't matter if you leave a bit of silver. And then you saw at the end there, I just painted a little bit of black in the end there, just to kind of make it look like a more hollow. And somehow I neglected to mention that all you have to do to finish it off is just glue those 6 bits of pipe together in a stack of 3, 2, 1, as you're seeing in the video here. Now for the bent ones, I've done something a bit different. So one of these has been done with the 45-degree angle. One was done by kind of heating it up with a lighter and bending it. I didn't want to put that on my channel, so I didn't do that. And I've got some tiny little cog things here, and I've just glued them on with some super glue. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways in which you can make your standard pipes, whether they're curved or straight, just to look all a bit tarnished and old. So one's kind of a cheaper way, and one's requires more investment and stuff. But both of them start with some form of undercoat. So I've used a silver in this case. And then on one of them, I've got some super glue, and I'm just going to put it on in completely random places. So I'm just dabbing the super glue over, letting it, wherever it goes is where it goes. And then I'm sprinkling on some fine sand, and if it hits the super glue, then it will stick to it. If it doesn't, then it's going to fall down, and you'll end up with a pipe that's got some sandy areas on it, which is the idea, as it's supposed to look like it is corroded. The more expensive variation of this is to use Typhus Corrosion, which is a Citadel technical paint, and so I've painted the entirety of one of the pipes with that. So that's kind of got some kind of gritty stuff going on with it. And now with the cheaper version, I'm now the silver's dry. I'm using, I think this is Gorgrunter Fur, which is just the best name for a paint ever. And I'm covering that all so it looks like a more kind of coppery metallic colour. Back to the more expensive one, and this is Riser Rust, which is a dry paint, and this is going to go over the typhus corrosion area. So just dry brushing, it's like a heavy dry brush, I guess. Making sure that some bits are kind of very orangey with the colour, and some bits are kind of missed out. And the cheaper version of this is just to get some any orange acrylic paint and just dry brush the areas which have got sand on, and they end up looking something like that. And I think they look pretty cool. Let me come around and show you properly. So yeah, the one on the left has been done with typhus corrosion, one on the right has been done with sand and other paints. I think the one on the left looks better, but the one on the right isn't terrible. Now, if you like this sort of stuff, then you can use the broken pipes to do a tile like this. I'll be doing this in a future video. If you like this sort of content, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know what's coming up. And yeah, make some pipes for your industrial scenery. Catch you again soon.